Recently, I realized that I had worked out for 31 days in a row. It wasn't because of some sort of challenge or some goal I set for myself. The workout studio I currently visit has an unlimited membership option, which allows you to go to as many workout classes as you want. And because I am someone who wants to get the most value out of something, I told myself that I would attend as many classes as I could, but it wasn't until the end of the month that I realized that I had worked out 31 days in a row. So I thought I'd just share a little bit about how I did it and what I learned about myself during this process. For me personally, I'm not a huge fan of going to the gym just because oftentimes I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm often afraid that if I use the wrong technique, I might end up hurting myself, and that oftentimes stops me from even wanting to try. I know for me the most effective way is through workout classes where I'm surrounded by people and an instructor who's like showing you the right technique. And of course I've tried home workouts, but I think they just don't hit the same as compared to a workout studio. When I'm at home following a YouTube video, I often just like pause the video multiple times, or if I'm asked to hold a 1-minute plank, I'll just be like, all right, I'll just do like 30 seconds. I'm not feeling it. But obviously at the studio, if the instructor is asking you to hold 1-minute plank, you can't be like, no, it's because everyone else in the class is holding that plank as well. And yeah, you're just motivated when you see other people also striving to achieve their goals. And yeah, I just think I prefer that type of environment when it comes to working out. Of course, I didn't start working out just miraculously was able to work out 31 days in a row. I started the same like everyone else. I wasn't even able to run 1 mile probably when I first started exercising. Just like everything else in life, introducing something new into your routine takes time. So if you happen to miss a workout because you're too tired or you're sick, don't beat yourself up over it, especially when you're first starting out, because these kind of things don't happen overnight. What matters most is how consistent you are. You would be so much better off going for a walk once a week than working out 5 days in a row and never working out again for the rest of the year. The whole point of this is that you need to figure out what works best for your body. If working out for your body means taking a 30-minute walk, and if that makes your body feel happy, that is good enough. There are so many different ways to work out or to move your body. Thankfully, the studio that I currently visit has a bunch of different workout classes, from boxing to yoga to HIIT to reformer. For the kind of person like me that gets bored from doing the same workout over and over again, I would try something new. Or if, for example, you've tried yoga and you realize I really don't like it, I would perhaps try different types of yoga. I mean, maybe you're more of a restorative yoga kind of person, or maybe you're more of a power yoga kind of person. There are so many different types of yogas out there. I personally like to try a workout class at least twice before deciding that it's not for me. The most important thing is that you show yourself grace during this period when you're trying out something new. I didn't start going to workout studios up until a couple years ago, and it was only because a friend of mine really wanted to try out ClassPass. And she told me, she's never been before. She's always thought it was really intimidating, and I felt the same way. But knowing that we were both going to keep each other accountable, at least you have one other person who's in the same boat as you. And let's say your friend is someone who is a little bit more experienced, even better, because then, they could be there as sort of like a support and a guide and just like tell you how things go. And this applies to exercising in all forms. You could ask your friends to go on a walk with you, to go for a run with you. I recently also started running. As much as I love runner's high, I hate running when I'm doing it, and it's super hard for me to get my foot out the door and to feel motivated for a run. Once a week, my friend and I, who live in opposite parts of the city, pick a meeting point and we both run to that meeting point. It's just a really great way to catch up, grab a sweet treat, grab a nice cup of coffee. And it's also a really great way to keep myself accountable, because I want to see my friend first of all, and I don't want to let her down because we both agreed to do this run. So yeah, like I said, it can truly be anything you make it to be. It could be a walk. Just do it with people. Do it with your friends. Do it with people that you love. It will make the experience a lot more enjoyable. Obviously, everyone's workout studios and gyms have different types of policies, but for my workout studio, if I don't show up to a class that I booked, I have to pay a fine. Obviously, with a gym, you pay a monthly membership. No one is tracking how many days you went to the gym. So having money as a motivator is a pretty good one for me. I'm not sure who said this, but a while ago I heard the statement, "You will never regret a workout." I think I also saw someone say that on days where you feel like you don't want to go for a run, all you have to do is put on your running clothes and run for 10 minutes. And after those 10 minutes, if you still aren't feeling like it, you can turn back and go home. And every single time I don't want to go for a run, I apply that rule to myself, and I'm happy to report that I've never once turned back after 10 minutes. I always end up running at least a 5K or something. And the same thing applies to workout classes, right? Like at the end of every class, I'll be sure to book in the next session while I'm still high on the endorphins. So that way when the time comes, I can't back out or make excuses for myself and be like, oh, the class is full, or oh, I'm not really feeling like it. So yeah, those are just some of the tips and tricks that I wanted to share. Of course, I'm by no means a qualified personal instructor or even someone with a sports science degree. I'm just a girl who enjoys moving her body, and I hope if anything, this just inspires you to move your body in a way that makes you feel confident and happy.